Party start at night, we ain't leaving till today. I told that bitch she thick enough, that's what I call an aspirate. All this money round my wrist is valuable, I talk to it. Tinted Crown Vic, make your dream car look like shit. All her biddies in the telly, throw some ones, make her happy. All this drip, condensation, wear some shades, it's too bright.
Dude.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am the one, the only Matic V Mobley sitting here with V Brown.
Hey.
And look, like I said, we've been turning up with guests. We got a special guest in the house, and our special guest just goes by Coach. We won't say the rest, but
Coach Splash. He is Coach Splash from the Life Be Lifing podcast.
Yo,
what's it called again?
Life Be Lifing.
Man, they be having some dope ass name.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all got some dope names, you know?
Okay.
Life Be Lifing. I like it because life be life.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's literally where we got it from. The previous podcast we had before, when things went crazy, we just be like, that's how we accept it and move on.
He took my question right away. Shit, he answered that shit before I got the answer.
But before we dive in, make sure you all watching hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and most of all share, because sharing is caring.
I want to say one thing, right? I got to sometimes I got to say some stuff. Now listen, right? I know because we got Lafayette Define Roe be a part of our podcast, and it's always older folk that watch our podcast too. So I just want to let you guys know we curse on here. Don't be surprised when you come on there and say, "Oh, they got filthy mouths." You had filthy mouths too when you were younger. You had filthy mouths when you were young. You did quite a few things with those mouths. I just don't want y'all to.
Why you had to go there?
I don't want you to forget where you came from.
Respect your elders.
I don't want you to forget because I don't want you to forget because I ain't gonna be one of them elders when I get older to pretend like now that I go to church that I didn't do nothing.
That was a hell of a disclosure you just gave. Warning, cursing, profanity.
I like the podcast. I like a podcast and all. Let's talk about the good stuff. But why y'all cuss so much? Just like you did 30 years ago. I'm cursing just like you. And
well, guess what? I'm gonna tell you one thing. My mother like it. She's like, where are you going? Oh, you're going to see your friend with the potty mouth. I like him.
There it is. But you get a couple folk, a couple older folk. I just want to let y'all know. I just want to remind y'all that y'all used to curse too. I used to work in a church for 9 years, and and the shit that I heard in the churches, the shit I heard in the church was unbelievable. The shit I've seen in the church. We ain't gonna go there.
No. Another day, another time.
I've seen in there. But think about it. I did 9 years in there. You know what I'm saying?
You say it like it's
it is like jail. It is like jail in there. You know? It is like jail. It's all kind. Listen, there's all kind of sneaky shit going on.
When I hear people say that, I'm like, y'all just been to the wrong churches.
All churches the same way. Even the white church, the same thing. Same shit, bro. Come on.
No.
Come on, man.
Anyway.
You can walk around with a cross on your neck and still cross somebody. Come on, man. Stop it.
That's a fact.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to let y'all know. So keep watching. I'm going to keep cursing.
And put the kids to bed because it ain't for them either.
Today, man.
I got that similar intro on ours. I said right at the gate.
Yes. Y'all go hear some stuff.
It's wrong. Put your kids to bed.
And if you don't, we ain't responsible.
Okay, so now what do you got? Now that that's out the way, what do you got on a topic, Brown?
Well, first topic of the day is, I guess I can call this parental age shaming. To give it to surmise it, there was a scenario that I was talking to someone about. They're a person of a particular age. They don't have any children. They're not married. They're still out here on the dating scene and all that. And they kind of sort of got cornered by these women. They were asking like, so what's your name? He got cornered in like a car share or something like that. And they're grilling like, how you doing? Oh, you're handsome. Da 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 da. How old are you? Says his age. Are you married? You got a girlfriend? Not right now. Never been married. And they're like, oh, any children? He's like, no. Like at this point, he's getting annoyed. So then they hit the silent button, like, and they went in. So why don't you? You like women, don't you? It's like, oh no, they didn't. I said,
how he may not like kids,
and that's the thing. He's like, I love women. I've had several, but I don't want any children, and I'm fine with that. So I mean, of course, they don't buy that. They don't sincerely buy that. So it's like, and a woman I know, she outright told me for like, I'm never gonna have children. I don't want children. I love my niece and my nephew dearly. I will pamper them. I'll buy them anything that they want under the sun. But guess what? When I'm done with them, I'm not stuck with them. I don't have to put them to bed. I drop them off to their mother and go on to happy hour or go out and buy myself a new bag afterwards. And I can roll around in my 2-seater that fits me and not a minivan. She's like, I love my life as a woman with no husband and no children.
That don't sound like a bad life. I'll be honest. I said I say what I want. My kids know me, so I can say this. If I can go back in time, I will only have one child. One. And I don't care which one it is. I don't care.
But just one.
Just one. I would only have one because you know what I mean. I'm like you know what I mean. It's too many personalities to deal with. Then they have mothers. If you ain't fortunate enough to have them all by one woman. Now everybody got mothers. You know what I mean? It ain't just the kids. Everything just get compound. Yeah. And then they got other uncles on that side and other aunts on that side.
That's true. Now you have sets of families, not just a family, but you have different sets of families when you start doing
I don't want to be tied to all these people. It's just too many. Nobody ever really thought about it that way. Like, it ain't just your kids. It ain't just your kid's mom. That girl that you had the kid with got a mom. That's the kid's grandmom, and her son is their uncle. Man, it's just too many people.
But it's like, who gets it worse? Like they call women little old spinsters, or she's gonna end up being a cat lady.
I'm about to say, ain't nobody calling them spinsters no more. But you might say they're a cat lady, or you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't think that's it. I think that's the one.
Just
cat lady or John that
to this day is still
buy a dog and die alone.
I miss him.
That's cool.
I miss him, man.
That's cool.
He used to make my day, man. He'd say anything.
Buy a dog and die alone.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But today at the rate it's such a gender war. It's gonna be so many people that's gonna do that. Buy a dog and die alone. It's just it's a huge. It's just the gender war is just too much. Nobody's taking the time to understand nobody. How many times do we get on this podcast and tell them exactly what a man thinks and feels?
And then they go to war with you in your comments.
Go to war in my comments. I don't believe that.
Like you just
I ain't carried around the meat.
Yeah. Like you just got it from the horse.
Yeah, and you still tell me you're gonna tell me
because we don't understand ourselves. But that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I'm saying
back with that because that's just be an annoying thing. All in general, being told that you don't understand yourself.
It's really pretty
like
simple.
More than you do.
Yeah, it's that's a real scratch your head moment. Like
I don't know more than you.
Yeah,
I don't know me.
It's two things.
I've been a man the whole time.
What is it? Sex and simplicity. That's it. Double S. Every car I got should have an SS on it. So and maybe that'll help y'all.
SSF.
Yep.
Food too.
Food. Oh yeah. That's part of the simplicity.
Yeah. That's part of simplicity.
We're not hard at all.
No.
God.
No.
No, I don't believe that at all. No, I gotta do how I do my woman voice. No, I don't think so. No, you just don't know. You want more than that. You're a goddamn liar. I want you to bust it open and fry them fucking wings.
Extra crispy, please.
and make sure it's clean sheets on the bed when I crash. That's it. It's not hard.
Yeah, it's really not that.
It's not hard. I mean, y'all be making shit up.
But is that also like a bit of selfishness? Like, there's some people who really think you need a mate or you need at least a single child in your life.
I think personally, the majority of people need a mate.
Oh, absolutely.
I think the majority of people need a mate because we were not made to be individual creatures. Whether you want to say a man need a woman, a man need a man, woman need a woman, however you want to call it. People are better when they're not alone. Human beings are better when they're not solely just alone and they have nothing else to rely on. Because you need more perspective. You
I
know what I'm
agree.
saying? If all you have is you, all you have is your perspective,
Hmm.
how far is that going to get you?
True.
How much are you going to learn without encountering somebody else? Because there's only so much you can learn from books, TV, the internet. And even some of that is misappropriated. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad
Absolutely.
representation. So having somebody flesh and bone to get their experiences and balance it off of yours. So yeah, I think the majority of people on this earth need a mate. I don't think everybody do. Some people, yeah, you meant to be alone and die alone. You just
Yeah,
ain't built for it.
evil ones.
You just ain't built for it.
Well, I think the evil ones probably just never had anyone love them the right way.
It was-
Sometimes you have to push your way in. You got to chisel that
Fuck
ice off of that heart.
Fuck
The
that.
ding, 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 ding,
Fuck
ding,
that.
ding.
I'm gonna look right into this camera and say, fuck that, okay? Because at the end of the day, if you want to be loved, you have to make yourself lovable.
right.
You have
First
to
of
be
all,
willing to- so that whole I'm gonna put up this whole wall, whether you're a male or female, it's just like I'm gonna put up all these barriers, and then they gonna have to work to get for what? Are you really worth all that?
you got to be. Let's start with being a decent person. Let's start there.
Mhm.
Let's start there. It's like, and no, you know the new. I'm gonna tell you the newest thing that's ruining. That's ruining the R word, the relationship word. It's the word that's ruining. It's 2 words. This new thing, love language. You got to speak my love language. When the fuck do we start? When did love have
Sounds
a
like
language?
something made up by a woman.
It was.
I'm
It was.
sorry.
Got to speak the way I receive love is this way,
Right.
and the way, and I need to learn how you receive love. I've been telling you SS for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
Sex and simplicity. That's it.
Yeah.
But everybody, that's what I'm saying. This love language, you're making people are complicating companionship.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Why are you complicating this stuff? You know, because you don't know yourself. When a person come to you and say you gotta love me this particular way,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you look, think about it this way too. As I know we all experience this. Then when you do it that way, then they change. Oh no, I'm different now. Bitch, that was a month ago. That was a month ago.
Right.
You said this, you know what I'm saying? But no, I don't feel that way no more. I want to. You don't know yourself. That's why you creating these new things, love languages and this and that and that and this. You creating that shit because you don't even know who you are yet.
And love isn't always spoken. Love is, I always feel it's an action word.
Yeah.
Love is an action word. Like don't complicate things with so many words. Show it. You don't have to say I love you to me every day. But if you're treating me and being an asshole, I'll know that you don't love me. If you got to cheat on me 3, 4, 5, 6 times with 8 different niggas, I know you don't love me.
Yeah.
If you don't care to make me a bowl of soup or something when I'm sick and down, I can tell you don't love me.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not what's spoken, it's how you treat people, and you have to be, like you said, a decent person, even to be a parent. You have to be willing to have love and receive love and give love just the same
Right.
to another little human being that depends on you to make them into something when they grow up,
And even more important when it comes to parenting, you have to be willing to give love and know you'll never get it back the same way.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
You goddamn kids don't appreciate nothing.
Because at some point, after they stop being cute and always hugging you all the time and telling you how much they love you, they go to the point where you're the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to prepare them for life and all that stuff.
Yep.
And they don't want to hear that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just buy me them. I just want them Jordan 1s to get the Jordan 1s.
Mhm.
They made. I need a new coat. What's wrong with your coat? Oh no, because the new John came out.
but then it's like, that's why I said you have to be prepared not to get it back the same way, because then you have parents, and I know we've all seen these parents if we don't have them ourselves. Oh, I did this for you and I do that for you and you can't even. Yeah, no, I can't.
There's no way. There's no way.
And I guess, and that has to be okay with them. It has to be
it-
okay with you as a
Like,
parent.
as
Like,
a parent, you
all
have
right,
to
they're just
understand.
not gonna.
They do not internalize the fact that you are bending heaven and earth to make them happy
Yeah,
every
yeah.
fucking day.
But you know, that's what we fucked up at, because we wasn't raised like that.
No,
We had to
we were
grind, we had to
raised to
hustle.
reciprocate something.
We had to hustle. You nothing was given. You had to
Nothing
earn
was
everything.
given. Nothing
But-
at all.
But again, that's one of those things because it's like on one hand, you know it built the character of people who came from a certain generation, but on the other hand, the majority of us went through that because our parents couldn't give it to us. It's not like they had. For a lot of us, it's not like they had the abundance to give us everything we
But
want.
it
So
was,
we had to get used to the fact that they couldn't give a shit.
but there were some of us parents who were fortunate enough to be able to provide certain things for their kids and still made them
Still make you earn.
still made them earn it.
And we should too.
Same thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm like they just it's just weird, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's that balance, man. You got to
It's just
catch
weird.
yourself.
It's like, yo, like I mean, it's like and like they want to continue to want more.
Always.
Continue to want more, pile on top of that, pile on top of that.
That's why
he's right.
I be with nose.
Mm-hmm.
I be with the nose. I be with the nose. Yes, I can afford it. Yes, I can get it for you. No, you're not gonna get it though.
I can be a pushover at times, but I definitely I will not hesitate. Like if I sincerely don't have it, I'm like, look, kid, no.
Right.
Don't ask me again. It was no this morning when you woke up, and it's no now that we're in the store. No.
You know what?
Not today.
You know what? I'm like this as far as one particular thing. You know how I am about my shoes, my footwear. I gotta have it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I am with them. I'm like, I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be having 40 pairs of sneaks.
Oh, that's true, and that's another thing that comes with the parenting.
I'm like, and then my kids got some. But even though Tupac will wear some shitty shoes out there, but he got a ton of shoes to pick from. But that's it. Those are the ones that's go to. But I make sure they footwear all the time. Like my daughter got some 2 days old sneakers on right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But because I like my footwear, you be seeing my videos.
Yeah.
Man, I got to have the craziest. It's
a new pair every video.
Every time you gotta see my closet. Ridiculous.
But I mean, I get your point. It's like if you can't do that for yourself and then not worry about them. That's one of them things that comes with parenting.
That did that though.
That's a fact.
That's filthy walking down the street, and you got all that hot shit on.
But you know what? That'll be their line of reasoning for not giving them something because they mess everything up. Oh, I'm buying them this, and next week I'm not buying them 4, 5, 6 pairs. I'm not getting them the latest this. I'm not paying $500 for that because they're gonna mess it up.
Guilty them motherfucker. Like when it comes to certain things, it's just like, yeah, no, I'm not.
I can't.
These.
I can't do it with a
dog.
You wear them another month,
like
and realize what you did.
Am I going to replace them? I'm not gonna make you do like how my mom. Whole year, this is what it is. No.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. We were those kids, weren't we? Maybe 2
like
or 3 times a year, it depends.
Yeah,
but like
you
had
everything in one pair of shoes.
And it's like when you come home, take the good sneaks off if you plan to go outside.
Now
put the busted ones on that you just replaced to go outside and get all messed up.
That's why I'm like I am with my shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's why, because I'm like, I ain't have, but I've been working since I was 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And still, it was robbing me blind, but not the point. But I'm like, that's why I am how I am with my shoes. I'm like, because you didn't have them at the I'm like,
you cherish the things you get now.
I'm black on clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm black on clothes, and I'm heavy shoe boy. So if you look at my kids, they got shoes.
Right.
They got
so I mean, but that's the thing. Like to people who feel pressured, like, don't let people pressure you into parenting.
No. God no.
Don't let people pressure you. There's so many people like, oh, when you gonna bring me some grandbabies? No. Leave your children alone.
I feel like you have to want to be a parent. You have to literally buy in to like, yo, this is something I'm going to do.
I'm laughing because it's
for it to be the best. Yeah, for it to be the best situation.
It's an outcry.
Every day, you know what I mean? Between where I work and between where I used to live, I be seeing people every fucking day with kids they don't want, and that shit obvious.
So when you had your kid, you just knew?
I already knew. I was fortunate that I got with a girl who, you know what I mean, by the time we decide that, I ain't even gonna say by the time we decide we was like gonna be in a serious relationship, we start talking about shit like, yo, how do you feel about kids? How do you feel about marriage? How do you feel about this? So I already knew 2 kids, my max. By the time we finally had a kid, I really wanted to keep it to 1, but now we have 2. But at any rate, it's like, yeah, I knew I wanted to be a parent, and I knew I wanted to be the dad that I didn't have.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sure at that point. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but I knew that's what I wanted.
I only can say, right. A reason why I say one, I can only honestly say, I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say two of them. I honestly like. All right, yeah. But the other ones, it was because the woman wanted them.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That I felt very. I felt to that shit. That's what they really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean, two of the kids. All right, I was all in on. But other than that, it was particular. It was. I was trying to appease them, and then look, they ain't even around.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Damn.
How did you know you are you 100% sure that you wanted to be a father?
I was probably